everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The time for talk is over as we are just mere moments away from the Super Bowl. Two teams now have a chance to prove they are the best. It's the Cowboys going up against the Browns.
Larry, it has been a wild ride through this 2019 NFL season. Plenty of plot twists and turns at every step. But it all comes to a conclusion tonight as we welcome you to Super Bowl 54 from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. The first Super Bowl of the new decade, Super Bowl 54, is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Let's go!
Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Here we go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here we go with 2nd and 7. Here's Elliott. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
3 yards to go on 2nd down. Elliott, toss right. And he's got some space here. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And here's Marshall. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. On 3rd down, that's Elliott. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Well, it's a night game, a lot of energy in this building, but the visiting team here, they get the ball in the opening drive, and they find a way to at least produce 3.
And things are just getting started, so you can't say that they've taken the momentum totally, but a good start towards seizing it in this game.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And some room to work. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They run it again with Cook. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Fresh set of downs here. Handoff comes to Cook, and an alley to run. And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. 3 yards remaining here on second down.
Flex round! Flex round! Let's go!
A give. This is Cook. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They'll face a third down conversion attempt here, 3rd and 3. To throw, Kaiser. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I'm not sure we can spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Running for it, here's Cook. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. First down, Kaiser. Now they go screen. It's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
On 2nd down, Cook. He spins free. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. From the gun, Kaiser to the right side and complete to Njoku. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Here we go!
First down, here's the run with Cook. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll run with Cook, and he'll be knocked down sideways at the 7-yard line. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there, and if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle, keep coming after them, put the pressure on them.
Here we go.
They'll try to throw here. Kaiser, screenplay, Johnson. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back on Super Bowl Sunday after this. The offense on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Kaiser. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
So on 4th down, Andy Reid decides to send in the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Frank's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. I feel like we just ran a marathon. That was a long drive. They probably wanted 6 if they're going to go that many plays.
And there were no checkpoints, no watering stations, nothing like that, right? Terrific job by the offense because not only did they possess the ball for that long, they wore down the defense. That could pay dividends later.
Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. And this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. And how about that defensive front? Creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility.
That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They keep on the ground with Elliott. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Tenth carry now for Elliott. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Will the defense dial up the pressure? Let's see. 3rd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So they're operating in the red zone. A first down throw for Prescott. Flush to his right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. And Bailey able to knock it through. So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 54. As we send you up to Orlando, and with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Larry Ridley. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Cowboys now, as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. Looks to be right around the 40. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run with Marshall. And, he'll be shoved to the turf that time, right at the line of scrimmage. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line, because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Prescott, he's airing it out for, that's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Terrence Williams, 55 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Here we go.
On the carry, it's Cook. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Second down, Kaiser. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Kaiser now. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
Let's go.
Back to the ground. Cook. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now a 2nd down throw for Kaiser. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Play action now. Kaiser. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved a first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. A decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they do inch a bit closer.
Yeah, still lots of time to go in this one. Take the points, move on, and let your defense try to get the ball back.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now here come the Cowboys. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, It's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They start on the ground with Elliott. A gain of 3, second down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
Decent chunk of yardage still left here, 2nd and 7. They go to Elliott again. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And the Browns getting set to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They start the drive with Cook. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
Here we go.
Kaiser now on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Browns on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can attempt to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Cowboys on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack onto their lead as we get set for the 4th. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And all the way down to the 5. It's a big play there for the Browns. 72 yards. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness. Just about got him into the end zone.
To Johnson again. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now. Kaiser, 3rd and goal. Being chased out left. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Frank's kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I guess they're thinking their hands were tied, but in the 4th quarter, that field goal, it really might not help them much at all.
Yeah, I mean, you still need a touchdown. Another field goal does you no good, so it'll be interesting to see what the media reaction is if the score stays where it is.
And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Now, that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
They'll give to Elliott. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. A first down carry by Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense. Now Marshall. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Time for a break. We're back to perhaps crown a champion after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This is a 26-yard attempt. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that'll make this a 7-point game. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
No timeout. You got to go quick here.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Again, it's Cook. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. The Cowboys on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And the Dallas Cowboys